Dear students, this is a lesson about how to modify data through the SQL statements. After the lessons about how to retrieve filtering data, one of the finals is how to insert, delete, and update concrete data inside database tables. And the final chapter, basics about transactions and the concept about how to data with engine inside deal with this kind of statements. So let's start about insert. Basic function of every database is to insert data inside. So if you have any experience, for example Access, it's easy to enter data. Just open the table and fill the blanks. Also in every server-side database such as SQL Server, Oracle DB2, there is a GUI version of each table. So open the table, right click, and then fill in the blanks inside the columns to enter, I don't know, user ID, last name, first name, and so on. But in most cases data are inserted through the applications, and applications need some kind of backend SQL layer in which we implement this kind of functionality. So for example, you fill some kind of online form to register somewhere, I don't know, for email, and you click the save. After you save click, database server find corresponding insert statement to insert data inside that database environments. It can be one table, more tables, view. So basically there is many options. So in a nutshell, insert into table or view, then column list and data values. So you can say insert into student, then student ID, last name, first name, then the concrete value for each corresponding column in the column list of the statements. So we will see later in concrete example how that looks like. So there's a many version how to use insert. So it can be simply just insert one list of values, many values, using records from another table. So you can say insert into by select. So insert into table customers something that you select from another table. So basically it's a subquery inside insert statement. You can also use insert by execute, such as two procedures, or you can use it top. So you want to just insert top 10%. So there's a many flexibility how to use insert statement. So here's the two version of the insert top and select into. Insert top 10. Insert top 10 into add example. Add example is a table. What you want to insert, select first name, last name from person, order by last name. So basically this select statement will use data from person table, order by last name, but insert will use just top 10. What is the top 10? First order by last name. Also you can use select into statement. Watch this. Select title plus you now connect string with each select title plus comma first name plus empty space last name as customer into some temp person table from person where title is not known. So basically there is a many variation how you can use insert statement. So sometime is situation that you need to insert inside identity column some kind of value. Remember, identity column is basically primary key. So primary key generate its own values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But in some cases you need to override identity and enter your own data. But that your data should be unique. You cannot insert again 2 if 2 already exists inside that column, but you need to activate this option by set identity insert on. And watch this: insert into table 1 in column 1 and 2, values 99 and some kind of string. So 99 goes into column 1 and override goes into column 2. But column 1 is the primary key with identity property, so it generates its own value, but you can override that settings by using set identity insert on table where you need it. Now this query scenario will be shown in practical part of this lesson, where this example and many more will show how to use insert statement in concrete environment. How to delete data. Delete data basically deletes one row or more rows inside database. So any options that you use when you, for example, delete your private messages, delete your emails, delete your concrete record inside your any profile, it's in a nutshell, in the backend, is delete statement in SQL environment. Delete without where can be very dangerous. Delete from table and you don't say what and where, will delete whole table. If that table is in primary key and foreign key connection, it will be not deleted. But if you turn on option cascade delete on, remember from Access when I speak about that, cascade delete on mean it deletes all corresponding value tied with primary key and foreign key relationship. So be careful with this kind of options. Watch this. Delete from production, product review. So production is a schema, product review is a table where reviewer name is equal Jasmin. So basically it will delete any record. So if you have 50 records and 25 of them is Jasmin, 25 of them will be deleted. So delete from production product review where that column is equal to that concrete value. But if I type command like this, delete from production product review and say F5 execute, then all 50 records or 500 or 5 million, doesn't matter how much you have records inside the table, will be deleted if there is no foreign key connection, and if FK exists, and if it's the cascade delete on, then you have really serious chain reaction problem inside your tables and database. So be careful with delete without where. If you need to do faster deleting, then you use a TRUNCATE table. TRUNCATE table deletes without logging. Be careful with this. Each delete statement deletes, logs and delete. So it log one record and deleted, log second, delete. So basically it's a two operation for deleting. If you, I don't know, have 100 records, delete will require 200 operations. But TRUNCATE deletes whole table without logging. So there is no trace. Again, if there is no foreign key reference to another table. So also be careful with this TRUNCATE statement. So it's like a delete, but much faster. So in this table you can see some basic operation. Delete removes rows from one time to time and logs each operation, and each rows is one lock, and one lock is a really serious performance issue inside your database, and it's slower operation. And TRUNCATE removes data by deallocating data pages, and there is a lock per page. But each page can have one record or 100 records. So it depends how much is big your data, let's say like that, inside your table, and it's a much faster operation. And in this practice, you will see two query scenarios, how to delete data based on different criteria inside that query scenario. And update command statements is logical as a insert and delete. So insert put data, delete will delete data, and update will change data inside database. Again, in Access or any GUI environment, you can just open the table and change your last name in something else. But in application, in your Hotmail, in your Outlook.com profile, in your Gmail account, in your Facebook account, you cannot go inside Facebook table and say right click change that data. It's impossible to do it. So application, through the application layer, change data, and that application layer fires or calls procedures with implemented SQL code. So basically, every time you change something in some information system, software, web service, web page, it's an update statement in behind. So it's an update table or view. It's a final statement. Then set column new value or columns. Update students. Set last name is equal to something else. You can also say from if you are pulling data from another table, or without from, we say where student ID is equal to 1. So update students. So update student table. Set last name to some new value where student ID is equal to some unique value, to be sure that you change only one specific record inside that table. So basically there is the same rule as delete. Don't use delete without where. So if you type update person set first name as new Ken, that means all, I don't know, 5,000 persons become new Ken. But in second case, update person set first name equal to new Ken, where business entity ID is equal to 1. Then we are speaking now SQL, and we are speaking only one record if it is business entity ID primary key, and each primary entity ID is have unique value on this record. So one good thing in update and also delete, you can change data in one table based on another table. This is actually from AdventureWorks database, product category, product subcategory, and product. So watch, each product is tied with subcategory, and each subcategory is for, I don't know, product. So basically, product category can be food, subcategory can be, I don't know, chocolates, and product in each subcategory chocolates can be, I don't know, different vendor, I don't know, Milka or something like that. So food, chocolate, and chocolate tied to the product specific. But I want to change inside the list price. So for example, I don't know, in some circumstances, your manager told you, please update each Milka price 10% up. So Milka is in a subcategory, and Milka is a full category. So basically, to change list price, I need to go as an inner join through this table. Watch this statement. So watch this. I want to update product table to set list price to 10% more. It's a list price multiply 1.1. But where product name is equal to bikes, but product name is in product category. So to change list price, I need to connect product category with product subcategory, and subcategory with product to get the name in product table. Basically, is a totally inner join relationship. So set list price from product category, inner join product subcategory on category ID, inner join products on product subcategory where product name is equal to bikes. So basically, is two joins with three tables to change record in totally different table. So you can use this kind of statement in update or also delete to create some complex or more demanding update and delete statements. And also this practical work will be shown in concrete lab when I will pass through the insert, update and delete part. Transactions, very quickly and very short, because transactions are a big lesson, a big area to explore, because based on transaction you can have a fast system or you can slow system. So there is no middle beside that. So from the database theory, transaction is based on ACID: atomicity, consistency, isolation and durability. These are terms that you already know, and there is no need to explain them in more detail. So how transaction works inside database? Now we are speaking about SQL Server, and basically it's almost the same in every database, I mean plus minus 10% in implementation. So we have three new terms. WAL, it's called write ahead log, locking, isolation level and logging. So what is application through the computer wants to modify data. So you want to modify your last name inside Facebook profile. So you click on the last name, change, and you say OK. In this case scenario, database server finds data pages that have your records based on your ID. So it finds the pages inside database and read them in buffer cache memory. So your data is now in the memory. It modifies data in memory and write modification to the transaction log. It logs that modification. When modification is finished, so it can be last name, but it can be more complex. I don't know, 10,000 modification per second. So when this process finish all modification and log them, then on the end it's write to data file. So this is called write ahead. So write ahead, write first in a log, then after that operation is cool or succeed, then you commit transaction inside data file. It's called write ahead logging. And there's three more key words, let's say SQL statements to memorize, is that each transaction should begin with begin transaction block and ends with commit transaction. So if you want that 25 different SQL statements acts as one transaction, you should put them in the begin and commit. So if each of these commands fails, it will be rolled back in initial to the initial states. So if you want 1000 SQL statements act as one, then you should put them in the begin and commit transaction block. And basically it's a end of the lesson on how to modify data, and now you will see a practical implementation of each of these statements.